Rookie.
Man, he's got a chance to be a really good player.
26 points between those two. Knicks take the 41-30 lead. That's LeBron James. We know what he can do. But check out this dime. Kyle Kuzma.
I thought you were going to say Rondo's dime. The setup for the setup.
And Kuzma addition. How about Kuzma receiving from LeBron in the third?
Kuz.
It seems like it's all good for the Lakers in the fourth quarter. 6 minutes to go. There's LeBron. That looks like the finishing touch. Ahead by 10. LeBron with 33, 6, and 8. Game over, right? Not so fast. Dotson is back, and he has a running mate in the fourth quarter, Emmanuel Mudiay. Mudiay with 28, Dotson with 25. LeBron not looking at his best. The missed jumper in the mid-range. Then LeBron, what is he doing here?
What is who doing?
Looks like an unnecessary foul on Emmanuel Mudiay. Then LeBron going to the basket.
Oh,
We're gonna blame LeBron when he ain't even play. Oh man, that's tough on the king, man. That's tough.
And then Mario Hezonja with the block on LeBron. Hezonja 17 points, 8 rebounds. Knicks win 128-123. Lakers lose 8th time in 9 games. And it looked like the Lakers had this one wrapped up with about 6 minutes to go. They fall 124-123. Time to hear from one LeBron James.
LeBron, what do you think was the biggest difference in that 13-1 run for the Knicks to close the game?
We didn't close possessions. We made them miss, and they got offensive rebounds. The first one, Hezonja hit one off of his own miss. DJ got the offensive rebound. Then Dotson hit one by our bench, a contested one. And we didn't make enough shots, obviously, down the stretch. But I mean, we had all the chances in the world to win the game. But they made the shots made the plays down the stretch, and they won the game.
Luke said what he almost typically always wants is you with the ball at the top of the floor, the ability to make those decisions. What were you looking for in the final possession?
Just to get a good look, and great D by Mario. That's it.
You passed Michael Jordan and are now the 4th leading scorer in history. Would the kid from Akron have ever thought he would be able one day to accomplish all this? And how has your journey been so far?
No. I had a lot of dreams, a lot of aspirations growing up, but never thought I'd be in the same breath or even mentioned with any of the greats, especially Mike. And my journey so far has been a hell of a ride, and I'm still on it. So, I want to continue that.
Ron, do you think the ball was moving enough in the offense in the last 3 minutes or so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Zion Williamson is the most talked about prospect since yourself, probably. Do you have any advice for this young player from Duke?
I got a lot of advice, and it's not hard to find me if you want to get it.
You guys obviously down bodies in this game, and it was there for the taking. But do you think there's any commonality to the games you guys had, the losses you've had against the not so good teams in the league this year?
No, we had our chances. Listen, we haven't played well versus a lot of teams that's been under 500, teams that's been over 500. With the lack of experience, closing out games, you're going to have that. Obviously tonight we had our group that got us the lead, and then at the end, and we just lost the lead. Like I said, we couldn't close out possessions, and we couldn't get enough timely, buckets on the other end. So, but it's been like that all year. So it's nothing been different.
Is that a frustration for you?
No, not a frustration. It's just all about growth. You take the good with the bad, and you continue to push forward.
So this is a learning experience for the team?
Every game is a learning experience for our ball club, absolutely.
LeBron, 9 games out of the playoffs, most certainly the team is going to miss it. Have you thought about, from a basketball standpoint, how your summer is going to be, and can this impact your decision about playing for Team USA in the summer?
Absolutely. I've thought about how my summer is going to be, and it's unfortunate that we're so far out of the postseason right now and looking like we won't be a part of it. So, obviously the first thing that comes to mind is just taking care of my body. I played a lot of basketball, played a lot of minutes over my 16-year career. So getting the opportunity to have a couple more months to take care of my body and refresh my mind and my body is going to be very key going into my 17th year. So looking forward to that.
So you said the other night that you didn't think that the way the season's gone would change the message to free agents this summer. What do you think the message to free agents will be?
I don't know. Listen, at the end of the day, this franchise wants to win. and wants to win big. And the one thing about it, the franchise, they cater to the players, and that's it. And everything else comes secondary. They only want us to go out and perform at a high level, and play the game at a high level, so we can be mentioned with some of the great teams that's in the league at that point in time. So, like I said, it's a lot of great free agents in this summer. I'm not gonna name any names, because every time I say something, our organization says something about a specific person, we get in trouble. But we have an opportunity to get better, and that's that's something that. It's definitely great to know that when you have an opportunity to get better from a personnel standpoint.
LeBron, doesn't it hurt a little bit, the record they have and the record that the Knicks have coming in? I know it's a lower-ranked team, but, does it bother you a little bit the way you kind of gave the game away a little bit doing this shot?
Yeah, of course. It bothers me in the fact that we didn't close the game out. Being a competitor that I am, and it bothers me that I didn't make enough plays down the stretch. It bothers me that I didn't even get a shot up at the hoop. But, of course that stuff bothers me. But, what's the difference between their record and our record? There's 2 teams out of the postseason. So there's no difference. We have a couple more wins than them, but both teams right now are looking, on the outside, looking in. So it's not much of a difference.
LeBron, what are thoughts on Brandon Ingram? Just what the update was from the team about the surgery and how it went and everything.
Like I said, when we talked in Los Angeles last week, it puts everything in perspective. We get so caught up in wins and losses, and get so caught up in social media and plays and things of that nature. We don't ever take a step back and really sit back and say how grateful we all are to play this game and cover this game. And for BI, there's to have what he went through and have the possibility of the game being taken away from him. It's just a blessing that, everything was successful. It's a blessing that you get an opportunity to sit back and just be thankful for this beautiful game that, the man above has given us, along with Dr. James Naismith. And, I wish BI the most speedy, fast recovery as possible, but come back healthy more than anything, because your health is your wealth, and that's all that matters.
Well, the key there, I know he was talking about Brandon Ingram, but looking at LeBron and him saying that his health is his wealth, right? He's been in this league, 16 years now. He's made the playoffs, 13 of those, never been out in the first round. This is going to be the first time since 2005 that he's not in the playoffs able to rest his body. What do you make of that?
Much needed R&R for the King this year. Obviously, he will be one to go fight, for another opportunity to get back to the finals and win a championship. But again, the rigors of an NBA season, playing late into the postseason, year after year after year, has definitely taken a toll on his body. And so he'll get that much needed rest. You know what KG used to tell me? We're going to play spin the globe. Spin it around, wherever it stops, pick an island. That's where we going.
Hey, you know what? He's probably going to spin the globe right now. Having said that, though, there's going to be a lot of frustration and motivation, not just for LeBron James, but for the Lakers brass, because they're going to have a lot of questions. The roster they put together coming into the season, the fact that they couldn't pull off the deal to get Anthony Davis, and to have the kind of the caravan that went along with that, and all those young players dealing with it on a day-to-day basis. You've got Ball and Ingram out for the year, so them not having more opportunity to develop and really get chemistry playing alongside LeBron. There's questions of whether or not they're going to have a new coach next year. So even though he may be off on an island, there's going to be a lot being discussed and trying to get done when you talk about the Lakers front office as they try to get ready and revamp for next season.
But also probably better for him to step away. Yeah. Because even physically, we know the toll is taken, but emotionally as well, as he tries to, put this team together next year, acquire some talent, and make another run.
There's still some time left in this season, and of course you can see LeBron James and also Giannis Antetokounmpo right here on NBA TV on Tuesday, part of a doubleheader. Pacers and Clippers finish the night at 10:30. Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons and company against the Greek Freak. That's up next. You're watching Game Time. Antonio, C.J. McCollum goes up for the layup, comes down and grimaces. Karan, do you see the injury take place on his play? It looks like he got stepped on right there.
Absolutely. Just a little tweak right there. You don't want to see that, especially from a premier guy like C.J. McCollum. Just tough to watch that.
Did not return, and as you see, the Portland Trail Blazers in a dogfight out west, trying to maintain home court advantage, just a half game ahead of the Thunder and a half game behind the Houston Rockets. Earlier tonight, it was a comedy of errors between the New Orleans Pelicans and the Phoenix Suns. 3 seconds left, Josh Jackson. Bang. So we got a tie game, 136 around, but check out Alvin Gentry. He calls a timeout for the Pelicans. Problem is, they didn't have one.
Come on.
That's a technical foul, Karan.
They're trying to figure it out.
So Devin Booker goes to the free throw line, nails it. Suns get the win, 138-136 in overtime. Here's Suns head coach Igor Kokoskov.
I think very, very, very important game for us, and I would say good win. Consider that we play back-to-back for us. We played last night, we played good team, and being shorthanded, losing Tyler Johnson. Warren, obviously, didn't play the game, and Ayton leaving the game halfway through. He just put us in a tough position, but Sean Holmes also part of the rotation. So consider all these circumstances. It was a tough game, tough place to play, and I think that we find that little luck. I can dispute that. Little luck. That's a part of the being successful, being healthy, and being lucky. And but overall, I'm glad. We find 5 guys to compete on the court all the time, and just we had some mistakes, obviously, as a young team, and at the end of the day, we a little bit tired legs, and made some defensive mistakes and breakdowns. But overall, again, great win for us, considering all circumstances, and we can really enjoy it.
Coach, you've seen a lot of games. Have you ever seen a finish like that?
I haven't. Don't live and learn. That's why the beauty of this game, of this league, of this game of basketball. So, and I'm glad, just learning from, the games that we'll remember this game even better, because, we'll remember that it was kind of unique game, different game, and we won. So that's a good reason for us to remember this game.
Any explanation on Ayton's second technical?
Yeah, but we always call the first foul. It was we think that it was his reaction was inappropriate, and I'm not trying to defend DeAndre. He knows it, but he was also very frustrated and upset with the previous play, that he wasn't really committed a foul, and it was a called foul, and he knew that he has to play through the foul because that affects his productivity, minutes, and all this stuff. So I'm not justifying his action, but
Another close score tonight. Washington Wizards, Memphis Grizzlies. Bradley Beal, second consecutive 40-point game for the Wizards on his second night of a back-to-back. He's just the third Wizards player to do that in the last 20 years. Gilbert Arenas, Michael Jordan also did it as well. Here's Bradley Beal. Career-high 9 3-pointers, playing at an all-NBA level.
Yeah, he really is. And what was so impressive about that, you see the 12 for 17 shooting, but the 7 assists. He was facilitating and helping guys be the best possible version of themselves. So extremely happy for Bradley, and he has to keep it up.
Hopefully you're happy for me as well, Karan, because I'm done now. 3D wants to pull out the rock and get ready for crunch time. It's going to go,
baby!
Karan, it's going to go from Chris to Kristen Ledlow.
Come on, Ledlow. Let's go, baby. I'm ready to go.
Let's get it.